Jambo. Can you say Jambo? That's how you say hello in Swahili. Welcome to Patrika's Little Star Cafe. Facts that are fast, fun, and keep you happy. Today is Wednesday, June 3rd, 2020, and here are today's matters for chatter. Number 1. As a famous Michael Jackson song suggests, it doesn't matter if you're black or white. Basically, that we shouldn't judge people by their skin color, or for that matter, any cultural feature which makes people different from each other. But in many places around the world, people do treat others differently, and this has caused a lot of imbalance in society. In fact, in some places in the US right now, there is so much chaos going on that another wave of lockdown might be imposed. We expect that by now we have become smarter and wiser with all the knowledge available on our phones, online, and how we're always connected to information. But somehow people still think that they're better than all others. So to support blacks particularly this time, there's a movement called Black Lives Matter. Number 2, India is preparing its electricity grid for the solar eclipse on June 21st. The moon will cover a large part of the sun, exposing only a ring of sunlight around the moon called an annulus, and it's called an annular eclipse. And because the moon's position and sun's position vary during eclipses, an annular eclipse is not very common. So when the sun is covered, solar energy produced will be affected too, and the power grids will have to manage any sudden surge or drop in electricity used instead. That's quite a big job. Just like it has to be managed that time when Modi ji suggested everyone to turn off the lights and put on candles and diyas to celebrate the frontliners of coronavirus. Number 3, despite the lockdown, we still managed to get our vegetables because many people who grew them organically or remotely also had decided to help supply the market. And just like vegetable buying has gone digital, someone in Malaysia has helped fishermen go digital too, so that their daily catch does not go to waste. People would not venture out, so many fishermen would lose out on days of earnings, but thanks to technology, which connected them to customers. And now for today's mega matter. They say that when it rains, it pours. Just like the spread of coronavirus, there was a pandemic which spread in the African countries of Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea called Ebola in 2014 to 16. In 2018, the Ebola virus has intermittently popped up in the African country of the Democratic Republic of Congo. And now several cases of Ebola have been identified again in Congo in the past 2 weeks. This is the 11th Ebola outbreak in Congo, as many times cases have showed up there and then have stopped. Ebola has an incubation period of 21 days in which people infected show symptoms, like COVID-19 has an incubation period of 14 days. But the WHO waits for 2 cycles of 21 days to declare that the outbreak has been contained. This time, the WHO has to be very vigilant so it doesn't spread to other places. But Ebola is not contagious like COVID-19. You have to physically touch someone to even have a chance to be infected. Today's word of the day is intermittently, which means on and off. And finally, for today's quote of the day, stand for something or you will fall for anything. Today's mighty oak is yesterday's nut that held its ground. That's a quote by Rosa Parks. Thank you for listening, and do send us your questions and comments via WhatsApp, or you can email us at diptyanti@gmail.com. Take care. Lots of love, Dipti Auntie. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Do you know how loved you are?